Initializing recap.
Merrick, we haven't had much time to talk since all that happened, but can't help but notice you happen to recognize the guy that was coming after us.
Friend of yours?
We're acquainted. His name is Azan. He's an enigma.
What's he looking for? He was looking for something. Said you had it.
He was pretty adamant about it.
Probably after the silver liquid.
Merrick, you're the last to fall asleep, and you feel where the silver liquid was, and it's not there anymore.
Oh, it was on my person.
Fuck.
We are now beginning the tribunal. The final vote determines your fate and slides it over the red, voting in your favor. Though we find you innocent, we will still sentence you to community service.
We're here for community service.
Oh, you're the Crash Tavern. Well, oddly enough, and he looks at his watch and he says, it should be arriving in any minute now. You're gonna want to talk to the boss man. He's in the back. You won't be able to miss him.
Thank you, Mr. Magic Bunny.
What was your name?
My name's Short Jack. A horn blares at one of the guard posts above the gate. There is a man covered head to toe in blood. They're coming. He grabs onto you, Merrick, and he pulls you close and he says, they're gonna burn it to the ground.
Recap complete.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Boys, I've got two questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to rock?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
More importantly, are you ready to roll?
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay.
You know what? I actually am.
One of these days, I'm going to get you in a, what's the word I'm looking for? Unanimous
Horny.
Decision. Also horny. A roll horny mood. So you guys are currently standing at the gates of a small village nestled in the world tree of Goa. A bloodied man has just grabbed onto you, Merrick, and has told you that they are coming and they're going to burn it to the ground.
Who is coming?
The man clutches his ears again, and he lets go of your cloak and now just kind of hits the ground and holds his sides and stomach and begins screaming in pain.
What the hell?
I'm going to get down and start to do basic first aid.
So a crowd is now beginning to gather around you guys at the front of the gate as this man is now screaming on the ground.
So to gain back stamina, I have to take 10 minutes, right? So I
Correct.
cannot do that after being mauled by that piece of shit.
No, you guys investigated this noise pretty much right away.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna perception. I'm gonna move to the gates because I don't have any kind of like medicine. So I just want to look out and see if there's anything coming.
And yeah, I want to know what kind of wounds are on the guy.
That's a 14 perception.
Cody, you don't see much. Merrick, I'm going to need a medicine or life science check, please.
Okay, life sciences.
And Durrin, I'm going to need a perception check or a medicine check to determine wounds.
Okay. You know what? I will throw in my medicine check for this.
Okay.
18 for me.
Merrick rolled a 17 for life sciences.
Okay, cool. I will do Durrin first. Durrin, the only real wounds that you can see on this man are the scratch marks that are in like the side of his head where he was clutching his ears. Apart from that, there doesn't seem to be any source of like why he's covered in blood. He doesn't look like he has any like exterior wounds. Merrick, with your check, you get close to him, and as you begin administering first aid, you feel something hard. Two like hard pucks, almost like round circle pucks, are on his chest. And I'm gonna need you to do a perception check for me, please.
Oh. We're gonna have a chest burster.
Is it Boomer again?
We're gonna have a chest burster.
Boomer's brother Blaster?
It's going to be an 11.
You notice the pucks, but unfortunately you don't notice them what they're doing as 6 of them come shooting and bursting out of his tattered clothes and land nearby, and they begin glowing red, and all of a sudden these like concentric rings begin shooting out of them almost like a slinky, and these 6 large 10-foot long worms begin uncoiling themselves, and a red beam of light you can see flows through the center of these like floating rings that are making up these worms, and a red X where you would imagine a mouth or a maw would be of this like a burning hot laser appears, and everyone's gonna have to roll me initiative.
Oh no.
Okay. Some laser body worms. Oh my, it was looking good for a second.
That's a 17 for Merrick.
That's an 11 for Cody.
24 Durrin.
I almost rolled an 18, and then I rolled a 5.
Nice. The worms are going first.
Damn.
Oh, cool.
The worms begin scattering out into the village, and the people who have gathered are now fucking running, because every now and then you see these bursts of lasers that like red light comes out through its mouth and just like spreads a line across various structures, and in the distance you see a small group of what looks like soldiers or guards running towards you. But right now these worms are just going fucking buck wild in the city or in the village, and 2 of them have stayed to fight you, and the first one rears up and unleashes this laser that you see, and all of you are going to have to give me reflex saves, please.
Sure. Am I near enough for that to be a thing? Like, because I moved over to the gate, right?
Oh yeah, I guess you would be behind them, so no, you would still be there, because they popped forward. Their backs are kind of towards the village and looking out towards the gate.
All right, I got a 16 on my reflex.
Okay.
I got an 11. Not as quick as Durrin.
I got a 14, right in the middle.
These old bones, they can still move sometimes.
The only one who passed was Durrin.
Ooh.
Merrick and Cody, you take 7 points of fire damage as this beam just slices through across the ground, and then sort of slowly, like there's a little bit of like a delayed explosion as you guys get clipped with this laser. Durrin, you only take half, so you're going to be taking 3 points of fire damage.
Oh, I'm sorry, but my evasion says no.
Oh, okay. So Durrin, you do a quick little backflip out of the way. And it is... Oh, no, there's one more boy. So the other one is going to attempt to attack Merrick. It doesn't look great. That is a 17 against KAC.
Oh, yeah, that's way more than enough.
Okay. Well, in that case, you see that like red X of lasers in its mouth. It lunges forward towards you and does 3 points of fire damage as it latches onto your shoulder and begins burning you.
Oh God,
Merrick lets out a scream.
And it is your turn, Durrin.
I'm definitely going to delay because I want to hear some advice from Merrick because I don't know what the fuck these things are, and they sound super bizarre. Because I'm just imagining like a worm with like just a mouth that shoots lasers, right? Am I?
I believe it's concentric rings with like the body is like a red line connecting them, and at the top is like an X of lasers, almost like a mouth. So they're like
terrifying.
weird robot things.
Okay, weird robot things. Got it.
Yeah. So if you want to discern things, engineering would be the check to do.
Oh, okay. Instead, then I will not delay, and I will use my engineering with these bad boys. And my engineering got me a 24.
Damn.
Yeah, that's perfect. So these are called Trojan worms.
Cool.
They attach onto a host body and are then triggered to attack based on whatever the triggering conditions are. So it could be like a GPS coordinate, it could be a phrase, it could be time, it could be literally anything. So whatever this person has done has met the requirements for the worms to activate, and they are now attacking.
Oh, okay.
With your engineering, I'll give you a couple more things. They have 2 special abilities. You've already seen one of them, which is the laser sweep, which is a ranged AoE attack with its laser. But it also has the ability to coil up defensively, and it increases its AC. And if you miss it While it's coiled, it gets an attack of opportunity on you.
That's cool.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Those are nifty little worms.
I definitely inform the party of that in as elegant a way as I can. Merrick, get away from it! I'm going to try to use my trick attack to try to get a little bit more damage on the one that's attacking Merrick.
Sure.
So I'm going to attempt a stealth to try to maybe swoop behind it a little bit. Natural 20.
Okay. So for this...
To a 33.
Fantastic. Yeah, you crush it. I will let you, with your stealth check, you will get trick attack for your next 2 rounds. So you won't have to make your check next round. Tell me, what do you do in order to just sort of disappear?
Let's see. The crowd's going wild. There's laser fire going up, and I would assume that maybe there was a stray, the horizontal laser blast maybe hit something astray, and there was enough debris, and that I could easily swoop under and kind of hide away a bit.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So it hits, there's guard posts over the tower, and as it sort of slices through the wooden gates, one of those towers kind of tips over, and you are now able to sort of you are in position and hiding in this collapsed guard tower.
Okay, and then, I'm going to get my attack off with this bad boy. Does a 19 against, I guess, KAC. No, sorry, EAC.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That means I get my standard attack and my little extra D4. All right, 8 points of damage. I rolled max on both dice.
Oh, when you went silent, I thought you rolled minimum.
Well, because I feel like there should be a camera on my dice right now because of how good I'm rolling. So,
hey, baby, yes. No, that's great.
It was very worrying when you cut off like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's my turn.
Yeah, and it you land a very solid hit on this thing as you're using your pistol right now?
Yeah, I have to use my pistol for the trick attack, so I'm aiming for the one specifically on Merrick because I want to help him. Yeah, out.
You managed to, with your great engineering check and your stealth, being able to sort of take a second to breathe and aim your shot. You managed to get it right in sort of it's the center core where the rings are all coming out, which seems to be sort of its weak spot, and you nail it really well. Merrick, it's your turn.
So Merrick, taking the advantage of the situation as the robot worm recoils from the shot, I go into photon mode. That little bit of red energy fills me up, and I'm going to swing my photon saber at that same core that Durrin just hit.
Okay.
That's going to be a 16.
Against KAC?
Yeah.
Yep, you get it.
Fantastic. That's going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay. As you give it a solid slash in that middle puck again, you see some of the coils at the end begin to lose whatever's holding them in this worm shape, and they begin sort of falling limp at the back, and it seems to be losing sort of a little bit of its form.
Fantastic. And Merrick's going to position himself, because he's worked with Durrin so many times at this point, that I'm going to position myself in a way to try to even give him more cover. I don't want the worm to have a chance to realize where that shot came from.
Okay, great. So I would assume for that you would be almost flanking. So it's Durrin and then the worm and then you, so that the worm is facing you and away from Durrin.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Cody, it's your turn. So to set the stage a little bit, this guard tower has fallen. Durrin is currently inside of that. Merrick is engaged in one worm a little bit, maybe 10 feet away from you. And then the other worm that shot the laser is kind of in between Durrin and the other worm in front of you.
Okay, you said the other one's only 10 feet away?
The one that Merrick is fighting, yes.
Okay. And how far is the other one?
Probably 10 feet, but so one's on a diagonal and one's sort of in front of you.
Do you boys, have you got that one?
Stop the other worm from getting into the town, Cody. If we can prevent one of these murder machines from getting to innocent people, we should.
It's too near to charge, right?
No, 10 feet I believe is the minimum we need to move.
Then I'm charging this motherfucker.
Okay.
Just gonna run over and try to fucking punch the rings apart.
Sure.
Okay. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's going to be 8 points of damage. That's Cody just fucking Superman punches, I think.
Yeah, hell yeah. You managed to hit it with enough authority that a couple of the rings just go launching out of this sort of magnetic field that's holding it together, and it kind of readjusts and respaces the rings out. But you've definitely landed a pretty nasty hit on this bad boy.
Hell yeah.
But now it's the worm's turn. And the one you just hit, Cody, is going to attempt to hit you. Maybe not. That is a 13 against your KAC.
I won't do it.
All right. And the other one's going to attempt to get you, Merrick. That will probably do it. That's 19 on the die.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
AC is low in Starfinder for us.
That's real low.
So that's going to be 4 points of fire damage.
Perfect. I'm out of stamina.
Have you touched your HP yet?
No, not yet.
That is their turn.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm also totally out of stamina by now. I'm into my health. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Durrin, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm taking advantage of that extra trick attack you're giving me, and taking aim under the debris. Maybe the little bit of dust that's kicking up, just enough cover as he sees Merrick take the flanking position, distracting the worm from me. 10 versus EAC.
Now, do you get a flanking bonus?
I'm leaving that today.
You won't but you are technically concealed, which I think gives you a bonus.
I'm not sure.
That sounds
I think
correct.
It would give,
I think you get a +2 for because you're concealed and they don't know where you are right now.
Okay.
At least that's how I'm going to do it. And if it's not in the rules, fucking don't at me. So yeah, I'm going to give you a +2 for that.
All right. So I guess a 12.
And yes, that will do it for if you're using EAC. Yeah,
EAC, definitely EAC. And this is like fire damage, so I'm not sure if that affects these guys at all in the same way.
No, they don't have any resistances.
Okay, and I got 7 points of damage, a 4 and a 3.
That one is
correct.
now the rings are now wobbling and barely holding together. It is now Merrick's turn.
Fantastic. Once again, working in synchro with Durrin. Wherever he just hit the worm, I'm going to go in with my black saber of light to make another attack. That will not be that good. That's just going to be a 10 against 8.
That is not enough, and it's going to use its evasive ability, and it 5 foot away from you.
Okay. I will take my movement. I'll take a 5 foot towards it.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Perfect. Then it is Cody, your turn.
The weapon is it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have a weapon part of it that you could maybe disarm,
No.
for example.
It is. Yeah, it is a construct.
Cool. I guess I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to try to just hammer down on that same ring that I hopefully have injured somewhat.
Sure.
That is a 16.
That is it on the money.
Ooh. Not as good. 6 damage.
Okay.
I feel like he's using it almost like a speed bag where he's hitting it. It's bouncing out position, coming back, and he's hitting it again.
Yes, this ring is just kind of wobbling back and forth as its head stays in place because of the gyro metrics of this thing, but its body you're just kind of ragdolling around. And it is its turn, and the one you're hitting, Cody, it's going to use its coil maneuver. And it wraps itself up and waits. And
Okay.
Merrick, I think this one also does the same thing. It's going to they both coil themselves up, and that is their turn. So it is Durrin's turn, and
Right.
the dust is now settled, and you are now completely visible.
100%. Okay. I'm gonna warn Cody and Merrick, careful. If you attack it, make sure you can hit. It'll spring back and take a chunk out of you.
What's the range on it?
That's a great question.
Is it still 5 foot or?
As I look up to God,
You're not sure,
I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
but there is a possibility. The worm is about 10 feet long, so there is a possibility it could reach out.
Before I say this, turns out my trick attack would have gone against its flat-footed AC, so the +2 probably didn't matter.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I am going to ready an action and just kind of wait for this thing to uncoil and take the shot if it decides to attack anyone with an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Now, Terry, also, how can it be flat-footed? It's a worm. It doesn't have feet, you
Oh
fool.
my god, how can it take a
Terry.
5-foot step then?
True.
Oh.
Yeah, it's back where it is. You didn't see a 5 foot slither.
Fuck.
Gotcha.
Words have meaning. So that would mean it's Merrick's turn.
Okay, so how far away am I from Durrin?
I would say you're probably like a solid 20 feet away.
Fantastic. I'm going to take a 5 foot back.
Okay.
And after channeling the photon energy of the stars, I'm going to unleash a supernova towards this worm.
I will say that Cody is much closer to you.
Is he within 10 feet?
No, if you take a 5 foot step back, no, you'll be okay.
Hell yeah. Reflex save from the worm?
Okay. I rolled a 2 on the dice, so that's probably not going to do it. Let me
I like
just
that.
That's a 9 total.
Cool, so he fails, so he'll take full damage as 10 fiery damage as Merrick channels it around him in anger as he screams out, and this sort of celestial energy blasts.
Yeah, you see the worm is all coiled up, and whatever was holding it together ceases to be there as the small little puck that was in the center that all the rings came out of begins sparking, and all the other rings fall limp on the ground. And you have defeated one of the worms.
Fantastic. I'm going to move up next to Cody.
Well, I think you took a 5 foot step already, right?
I did. That's movement. Yep. Yes, that's how this game works. That I will stare at the worm angrily.
Okay, Cody, it is your turn.
Having learned caution from his friends, Cody's going to do a similar maneuver. He's going to 5 foot back, and while he's stepping back, pull out his gulch gun and just fire it.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. That's a 21 to hit against EAC.
Yes, that'll do it.
Beautiful. I actually get to roll a kind of big dice for it. That is going to be 8 points of fire damage.
All right. It stays coiled. You've seen the rings wobble before when it gets low, and these things are they're almost. You ever see a slinky when it doesn't go down the stairs right and it gets all tangled up? It used to be coiled, and now it's all fucking just sort of mashed in and amongst of themselves.
Cody cocks the gulch gun.
It is the worm's turn, and they're going to lunge out at you, Cody, because they do have 10-foot reach.
Damn it.
And that's going to be a 20 to hit your KAC.
Oh, you know it.
And that's 5 points of fire damage.
Cool.
We all need to get fire resistance. That seems to be
Cody
the only type of
pukes
damage.
Blood.
And that is its turn. It's going to be Durrin. Your go.
Okay. Let's see.
Durrin, take the shot. We just need to get through this as quick as possible.
I nodded him, and I am going to use, since this is a foe I haven't used the trick attack against, I will use it on him as well, as I kind of use my movement to get behind him, hopefully to stealth a little bit. We'll see if I succeed, and get another shot off on him for some extra damage. And that is a 23 stealth.
Yeah, you just get it.
All right. Taking aim, getting behind him, lining up in between Cody and me against its flat-footed 16 EAC.
Yep.
As I do 5 points of damage from my pistol.
It had 1. So yeah, you managed to sneak out from underneath this guard post, and as the snakes are it's like trying so hard to hold itself together while fighting Cody, you managed to just sneak up right behind it and put a energy bolt into the back of this puck thing as it falls to the ground, and the rest of the rings do as well.
Merrick, have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, but these are weapons of cowards, of terrorists, those who fight in the shadows.
I'm stumbling over to the gates again while this is happening, just to see if this was a distraction while other people moved in. That's a 16 perception.
Nope. You don't see anything.
Can I close the gates?
They're pretty fucked. The worm kind of sliced through them.
Okay.
So you could close the bottom half of them, but the top half has fallen off.
I guess it doesn't matter. I turn to them we need to help everybody else.
Yeah, we need to save as many as we can.
You look out into the village, and there were 6 total. You can see 2 that have gone further into, and those guards that you saw running in are fighting them. And then 2 other ones have branched off to the outside skirts, and you see one going up the stairs toward Mo and Poe's house, and you see another going towards the school.
We have to split up.
You take Mo and Poe. I'll get the school.
Are they going to let you close enough to the school?
Can you jab me?
Oh, our magic jabber.
You have our magic jabber, because I have
Yeah.
9 HP out of 34.
Am I the one with magic jabber?
I believe you are, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
then
Durrin
I
has the magic jabber.
give him the magic jab. It's like ugh, right in the android thigh, just right into some android meat. Durrin apologizes. He doesn't understand android anatomy.
Why'd you get weird about it, dude?
That's insensitive, Durrin. We're in the middle of a crisis, okay?
I'm sorry.
Just fucking sexualizing Cody over here.
Healing potions work on stamina health, correct?
No.
Oh,
No.
they don't.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Oh,
so
shit.
gonna die.
The only thing that restores stamina are usually class abilities
And resolve.
And resolve, correct.
And we don't have 10 minutes. Okay.
I mean, you could take 10 minutes if you wanted.
Nope, definitely not.
It would have been
I'm sure
great
this
if
will
I
be fine.
hadn't started this fight down 13 points.
I'm
for
just
one
trying to
punch.
think which one of us is the best shot of fighting a worm by itself.
Either way, Cody's running towards the school.
Durrin, go with Cody towards the school. Mo and Poe have lived long enough. I'll try to save them the best I can.
I love Mo and Poe too. Don't get me wrong. It's kids. Cody's
We
going to save
gave
the kids.
Mo the best day of her life today, okay? Those are children.
Did you heal Cody? I didn't hear any healing points happening.
Oh, I didn't know what dice to roll. I don't have those stats in
Is it
front of me.
1d8 or
believe it's a
3d8 for the
D8?
pokey?
All right. Do you want me to roll it, or do you want to roll it, Cody?
You go for it.
1d8
Is it 1d8
would be-
thing?
Yeah,
Yes, I believe so.
Healing, yeah.
Oh, I healed you for 2. Can I jab
Durrin,
him
go
in
with
the meat
Cody.
again?
Well, we only have it 3 times a day, right?
Yeah.
You guys also have the enhanced healing ones too.
Oh,
You and
yeah,
Merrick should have potions.
I
as well.
tossed Cody a serum Mark II.
No, I have one.
Oh, then
But
I
it's
took it
like-
for myself.
I'm
I-
down 7 points of health, and it's like,
I have a standard healing potion if you just want that.
yeah. No, I also do. I just, one is reusable, right? The others aren't, so I figured.
These lives, Cody, aren't reusable. We gotta save everyone.
This is out of game, you butthole. Sorry for giving a shit about our fucking inventories.
Imagine it's all taking place while it's all going around. No, we have that. Don't worry.
I guess I will just waste a potion and run away.
Merrick, you got Mo and Poe?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
I nod at this, and I run after Cody.
All right. How much did you heal, Cody?
I am back up to 18.
Beautiful.
Because it's 1d8 plus 1, right? For level 1?
Pretty
Or is
sure.
it just 1d8?
I think it's just 1d8 looking at the website I'm looking at.
Well, then I'm only at 17.
Okay. So yes, Merrick, you're running over. Merrick and Cody, give me a little roll off, and we'll see who goes. Who we deal with first. Actually, we're in initiative. Never mind. It'll be Durrin. You finished it, so Merrick, you're up next.
Okay.
I'm not going to worry about figuring out how many turns it takes you to get there. I'm just going to say you've run to the stairs, and this stupid snake is slowly slithering up. So it's about halfway up the stairs right now.
I'm going to take a shot with my laser pistol.
Okay.
Going to photon mode. That's a 17 against EAC, I believe.
Yeah, you do it.
Fantastic. For 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I say, I don't know if you respond to voice commands, but come down here and fight me.
It doesn't seem to respond to your voice, but it definitely responds to you shooting it as it arcs its back up and cranks its creepy little laser face towards you, and it's you have gotten its attention. Cody, the school is a little bit further away than Mo and Poe's house, and you see the teacher has managed to sort of herd all the kids into the school, except for one small child, this little boy who has fallen, and the snake gets right up on it and arcs back up to strike, and you see him do the same thing that you did and just go like that with its finger, and the snake stops for a second, and it has bought you enough time to close the distance. It is your turn.
Okay, well, I gotta get that kid out of there. So I want to run past the snake and rolling tackle and grab the kid and keep going with it.
Okay, so give me an athletics check, please.
That's a nat 1.
As you're running towards the kid, the snake sort of senses the vibrations behind you, and it sticks its tail out, and you trip over it, and you're now prone beside the snake.
Perfect.
But you have successfully distracted the snake. It is now
Hey,
looking
that's-
at you,
That's all I want.
and it is going to attack you now. It is its turn. So I'm getting a +2 because you're prone. So that is it's a 15 against your KAC.
That's it on the money.
All right. That is only 2 points of fire damage as it slams down into you, and you manage to like kind of wiggle a little bit out of the way, but it does manage to clip just your shoulder.
Go to the school, to the kid. Get safe.
He doesn't need to be told twice. He sees that you've kind of saved him, and he's now running to the school. And you see the teacher has the door open, and she's waving him in. And once he gets inside, she slams it shut, and you can hear a chunk. And Merrick, this thing's going to use its laser blast at you. Since it's so you're going to have to give me a reflex save, please.
That's going to be a 14.
That is not it.
Cool.
That's 7 points of fire damage as it just kind of blasts the bottom half of the stairs, and the heat and the shrapnel of the wood just kind of blast you. Durrin, it's your turn. You are, okay. I would say you're probably a little bit behind Cody, maybe like 20 feet, 10 feet away from the worm.
So what I'm going to try to do is try to grab its attention and have it at least point its, like, that horizontal laser blast, like, away from the fucking school. Like, that's my, that's his motive currently. So I'm going to try to get opposite the school from it and just try to get its attention, whether that be shooting or if you want me to make a check to try to, like, drive it towards me. I guess shooting it would work.
Yeah, shooting it or hurting it or doing damage to it seems to be the best way to grab its attention. So the school is very much like an old school, like turn of the century frontier schoolhouse. So it's like a small little house, and it's got this fence around it. So I would say if you're trying to just piss it off, you can take a shot from like behind the fence and use that as cover.
Yeah. I'm just trying to like get it away from the school, because the last thing, if it shoots a laser blast, I want it to hit me. I don't want to hit the school.
Okay.
Oh, cool. 6.
This is your stealth, or this is your attack roll?
Oh, this is just my attack. Since I had to catch up, I didn't do my trick attack or anything like that.
Okay. So. No, you actually put like you try to shoot it, but because it is really just like rings floating with energy, your blast goes right through it and shatters one of the windows at the school, and you hear from inside like a scream from the kids.
Oh my god. Dang, you're so mean.
Merrick, it's your turn.
Okay, Merrick's going to dash up the stairs, jumping over the fire, pour my solar blade, and attack this thing.
Okay.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Hell yeah. That's going to be 9 points of damage as the laser. I try to like break as many rings as possible to make it unstable as I slash upwards across its gut.
Yeah, your vertical strike is a pretty solid idea as you kind of like knock a few of them out of the gravitational pull, and a few of those rings go all over the place as it recoils back. Cody, it's your turn.
I guess I'm gonna get up, which is probably gonna provoke an attack of opportunity.
It will, yes.
Because I don't know if there's anything else. Any new maneuvers you can do in Starfinder, like a slither.
Space
5 foot slither. Can I do my 5 foot slither?
You can't slither, I don't think.
If these things can, come on, Cody surely could.
Cody is a snake.
Yeah, I'm a bunch of concentric rings. Did we not talk about this yet? I turn my beam face.
If you give me something you want to do, I'll give you a check to do it.
You know what? I want to like acrobatically like kip up, just like martial arts, like, you know, just.
So here's what I'll say. He's still going to get an attack of opportunity because that is how the game works.
Sure.
Give me a DC 20 acrobatics, and it's going to roll twice and take the lowest.
Sure. It's a 19 on the die, 24 acrobatics.
So you do this just awesome fucking kip up, and it's going to try to... okay, and what's the second one? So it is a 13. Is its lowest attack on you.
That ain't gonna do it.
So yeah, you managed to do this kip up, and there's a moment where you're like nothing is touching the ground, and it uses its tail to sort of like swipe the ground as you're on it, and you manage to just kind of like flip right over it, and you are now upright.
Can I attack?
Yeah.
Cool. I think I'm gonna just fucking shotgun it in the face.
Sure.
It's gonna be a 15 EAC.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Perfect. Ooh, that's going to be 9 points of fire damage. Almost full fire. That's one away.
Good. Yeah, as this just spout of flame just kind of covers it, and it's going to Durrin, you missed, so I think it's going to just take its attack on you, Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be a 15.
Yep.
Okay. Oof. 4 points of fire damage.
All right. Very glad
And
we healed.
Merrick.
How you looking?
I'm not doing great. I'll tell you that. It's as if I wasn't healed.
Merrick, on the stairs, you are now in a disadvantaged position. Like it's got the high ground on you, and it is also much taller than you. So it's going to just kind of come striking down at you from the stairs. Ooh, for a 16.
Oh, that does it.
Okay. And you take 5 points of fire damage as it kind of hits you just center mass, and you feel those lasers and whatever the little prongs that they're coming out of land square in your chest and kind of dig in for like an extra burn.
Merrick's really not looking good.
Durrin, it's your turn. You're currently using the picket fence as cover right now, looking into the schoolyard.
Yeah, I know. All right. We're gonna get reckless. All right, I'm gonna hop the fence.
Okay.
I'm gonna get within 15 feet of it, like just outside of its reach, but I want to be completely viewable. I want to be seen. I want to be easily attacked.
All right.
And I wish I had a clever one-liner, but I don't, because that's
Do you
not
say that out
Durrin's
loud?
speed.
Because Cody will throw you one.
He doesn't want the worm to attack Cody right now because he's trying to like cause a bit of a distraction and not put the school behind his shot anymore, because that was bad. I learned my lessons. Hey, where in your programming does this fit? As I shoot him. Yeah, and it's a 10 EAC?
It's not enough.
No.
As you take another shot at it. But you are now very much a viable target out in the open.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Merrick, it is your turn.
All right. Merrick's going to try to unleash a photon star blast again with the intention of, if I go down here, I'm going to try to burn the stairs away so the worm can't get up to Mo and Po.
Okay.
Hey, well, they'll need an elevator after this.
Merrick slams his fists together, knowing that he's on close to death, fighting a worm on a staircase, and just erupts once again in this star energy. Reflex save, please.
Okay. Holy shit, I rolled another 2.
Hell yeah, and
That's 9 total.
I rolled max damage. So 12 fire damage explodes out of Merrick as he's screaming, trying to incinerate the stairs and this worm away with it.
Guess how much HP it had left?
Please tell me 12.
It had 11.
Oh,
What?
baby.
Hell yeah,
As
man.
you sort of feel the wood beginning to blister underneath your feet, as the planks begin sort of tearing off before you unleash this supernova, and you just blast this thing into obliteration. And you do fuck those stairs up.
Oh, yeah.
But you also fuck up that worm very good, as its rings get scattered throughout the village. Cody, it is your turn.
Cody's like sparking at this point, and you hear him mutter, "Like horses? They like me." And he just like pumps another fucking shot into this thing's face.
What? What?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
His quote generator is going book wild. That's an actual quote from fucking Roadhouse, by the way.
Oh my god.
That's a 19 EAC.
Yeah, you do it.
Ooh, okay. 7 points of fire damage.
That's a good hit. It is now also sparking. You guys are just standing in front of it, sparking at each other. It's going to coil as you see it wrap itself up again, and that is its turn. Durrin, it's your go.
I'm gonna tell Cody, get away from it for a bit. You need to recover.
Seems everywhere I go, I hear the same joke.
Both Terry and Durrin look at you confused.
I'm sorry, but I think your contractor's doing a lousy job. And he just like cocks the gun again.
I think Durrin would give it a little bit of a smirk, and I'm going to ready my action for when it uncoils. And this time, what's going to set it off is when it actually uncoils.
Okay. Merrick, you're now standing in like the rubble of these stairs. It seems like the other two worms that the guards, the city guards seem to be fighting, are on their last legs. You see Durrin and Cody still fighting in the schoolyard.
Cool, I'm going to drink a health potion.
A wise choice.
A wise choice to gain 4 points, which isn't great, but whatever. I'm going to start running towards the school, and because of my jet speed, I run at 6 times the amount. So I'm just going to hook it towards the guys.
Holy shit. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll say you're almost there. I'll say you're at like the fence on your next turn.
Cool.
Cody, it is your turn.
He's just gonna shoot this thing again. Like he's just like trying to fucking tee off. Like I didn't hear no bell.
Cody, don't!
Ooh, that's gonna be a 12 EAC.
That's not enough.
As he just fucking, I guess, skims it. He's like weaving, and he's gonna fire past it.
Yeah, it gets a +2 when it's coiled up, and its EAC is 11, so its AC is currently 13. And it's going to
coiled up. Is it technically prone? Do I technically have the higher ground?
No. It's going to snap at you for.
Now, does that trigger Durrin's thing?
Yes, technically, you said the second it uncoil, so your action is going to go first.
Okay. Can I? I want to push Cody out of the way and take the hit.
Cody's just like, no, shoot the thing.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Because that's what he would do.
Okay.
If you're okay with that as my action. Like, clearly that wasn't my stated action, but if you're okay with it,
yeah, sure. I like this. Yeah, give me an athletics check. I'm going to say it's a DC 15 to get in its way, because he rolled an AC of 15, or an attack roll 15, so I'll say that's the DC.
Okay. 14.
No, unfortunately, you get there just a little too late as the... does 15 hit you, Cody?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's minimum damage. That's 2 points of fire.
Okay.
And Durrin, you kind of go sailing over as it... you would have gotten there, but because it's so fucked up, its movements are so fucking janky that you weren't able to predict that it would go a little lower, and it grabs onto your thigh, Cody.
Cool.
Durrin, I'm going to move you under Cody now. Okay. As you took your action. As you sort of miss this dive to take the hit, you see Merrick just fucking jet booting across the village with a dust cloud behind him. And Merrick, you come to a screeching halt at the gate of the school.
Fantastic. I'm going to use my momentum, move up, re-enter the photon mode, and slash this worm.
Okay.
Is everything okay? Clearly, Merrick sees that nothing is okay. As Cody looks messed up, he's sparking. Durrin is diving in for heroically.
Cody looks at you and says, "Take the train."
What? That's a 15.
KAC?
KAC.
Now, are you still charging? Because that'll give you a +2.
Oh, yes, I would be charging, yes.
So charging in Starfinder actually gives you a -2, which is...
To attack?
Yeah. And AC.
Okay, well then
I charged earlier and was like, oh, this is cool. And then looked it up and was like, well, luckily I rolled a 19 on the die, so it was fine. But
what's the point of charging then?
I guess it's that you can move twice your distance and still attack.
Oh, fair.
So it's like you're taking the minus to go that far? I don't know. It kind of
so
sucks. I thought it was, yeah.
Regardless of whether you're charging or not, you do not hit it. It's you miss.
Fantastic. I sort of just say, hey, we're all in this together.
Yes, as you guys now kind of have it.
Well, are we flanking?
No, not so. Cody and no, I wouldn't. I'd say you wouldn't be right now, but you definitely are in a strong position to start flanking.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, you're facing, your back is towards the village, and then Cody and Durrin are on the side, sort of diagonal to you.
Cool.
It is your turn, Cody.
I guess I'm going to toss my gun away and 5 foot to the side so I am flanking, and I'm going to punch this thing.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's an 8. I guess a 10 if you count flanking.
Yeah, no, that's...
it's not going to work, though.
That's not going to do it. You kind of, again, you and it are both fucking, kind of jerking around, and it's just you just throw a punch and it just goes right through one of the rings, or the space between the rings. Durrin, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to take advantage of the flank. A little furious at Cody, who keeps just getting in this thing's grill. And I'm just going to take a shot, like maybe move a little bit, 5 foot back, give a little bit of space, and take it. And I have a 17 EAC.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Max, 4 points of damage.
Okay, this thing, the rings are now wobbling.
Oh my god, just die. Just die.
It is the worm's turn, and you're the only thing that's hit it recently, so it's going to attack you, Durrin.
Okay. All right. Hey, you know what? I'll take it.
Well, maybe not. A 12 against your KAC?
No, actually, I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's so fucked up. It takes a lunge at you, and just like 3 of its rings go forward, and the rest of it doesn't, and it misses you. Merrick, it's your turn.
It's been a hell of a 10-minute period. Merrick just stands his ground, looks at Cody, and Merrick says, What did you say, Cody? If you don't like me, you're not going to like my horse. And then Merrick is going to attack.
Cody nods very seriously, like that's what he said.
Frickin' 14.
But you're flanking.
So 16.
That's it on the money.
Oh my god.
So I feel like Cody's doing the thing where, when boxers get tired and they just kind of like hugging their opponent. So maybe he's just keeping it in place like a little bit. Like
You've got 2 of your hands through the rings, and you're like pulling them apart.
9 points of damage.
Yeah, more than enough to... how do you finish this thing?
Same thing as last time, learning to go like vertically cut down the ring so this thing has no chance of getting up. Merrick goes from top to bottom, dissecting as many as possible. As he finishes his swing, he sort of just like lands on his ass and is just breathing heavy.
Yeah, and as you do, the small metal puck that sort of originated these little things kind of rolls to your side and lands over on its side and begins sparking. Hello, Space Jim here for your mid-episode break. First and foremost, we hope you're enjoying the episode. Secondly, this is unfortunately the last week of No Rest for No Quest, which means that as of now, we are going back to our every other week schedule. So that means every other Wednesday from here on out, you'll be getting a brand new episode. That's not to say we won't go back to a weekly format at some point in time if we end up having a surplus of episodes in our backlog that are edited and ready to go. Maybe we'll do a little competition, a little something. And if you guys, get us to a certain amount of iTunes reviews or followers on Twitter or something like that, maybe we'll reward you with another No Rest. But right now, we don't have the backlog of episodes or the time to keep doing weekly. It takes a lot of work to record and edit all these things. So we will be going back to our standard every other week schedule. We hope you enjoyed the weekly episodes. And like I said, it's probably not the last time we'll do something like this. If you want to join the conversation and talk about the show with us and other people who listen, the best place to do that is either on Twitter, where we have a lot of really cool tabletop RPG friends now, by the way. You're all amazing and we love you. You can find us at No Quest Cast. Our Instagram is also at No Quest Cast. Another great place to hang out with us and chat about the show with people who are listening, to share fan theories, to just talk about the new episode or ask us questions would be our Discord. So head on over to noquestcast.com and click the Discord link and it'll bring you right there and you can join us and we're having a great time. The community there is pretty choice and we're having a great time, so we would love for you to join us. That's all we got going on this week, friends, so please enjoy the rest of the episode.
How is everybody?
Cody turns around and stumbles towards the school. Are there people visible through the windows or anything?
No, they are doing a good job keeping them safe, especially since a stray bullet went through the window. You can imagine that they are initiating some sort of lockdown protocol.
Cody gives the window a thumbs up as if there are people there and then falls flat in his face.
And you hear sort of the chaos begin to subsist as you see the guards are walking your direction.
Durrin's definitely going to go over to Cody and just give him a once-over and see how he's doing, and probably just give him a healing jab since we have the 3 per day, right?
Sure, yeah. Roll that D8.
Yeah, I'll take it.
4 points.
Thank you.
You are an idiot.
Cody sits up. The kids. Gotta protect the kids. And he just, like, reaches out and grabs your shoulder and, like, brings you for a hug.
And he definitely resists at first. It's like an awkward hug where he's not into it. And he's like, oh, fine. You can't save him if you're dead.
Can't die if I save him. He gets up and goes over to Merrick and holds out a hand.
Can't die.
I take it.
What?
He shakes it. Any more worms?
That should be it. The guards, I think, hopefully handled the 2 that we didn't.
I don't like these things.
No, this is high tech. This isn't something some little village across the way attack with just to get some resources. This is from
What do you think their objective was?
destruction.
I'm going to do another perception check to see if, like, any of the worms took out, like, a fence or anything that might be leading to, like, a further attack, or if there were, like, any tactical areas they hit, like water supplies or, you know, aside from the guard tower.
Okay, give me an engineering check.
Well,
I'll take a perception check as well.
Okay, I got a 9, so either way, it doesn't matter.
You look at it and it's chaos. Like, you can't seem to discern anything with that check. Durrin or Merrick, if you would like to roll a engineering check or whatever,
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
be able to.
take the engineering.
Let's do a raw perception.
That's probably my worst engineering roll I've ever done. 13.
Okay, Merrick, what'd you get?
I got a 7 perception.
I mean, no, between the fight, you guys are fucking exhausted. You're like, the adrenaline is still pumping. So, like, your ability to focus is fucked. You look around and it's chaos. It doesn't look like there was any sort of target. Like, they went after a school and some houses and they fucked up the gate, but that was just because you guys were there. They went after, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just seemed like they were fucking shit up. And also the way that they were reacting to you guys, where it's like, they were pretty much just attacking whoever attacked it. Didn't seem like it had. There's no idea that there might have been like a goal. So you're not too sure.
It's either a distraction or
Who knows? We'll ask the guards. The guards are nearby, correct?
They're coming
Yes,
at us, I believe.
they have now like reached you, and they're wearing those like creepy no expression face masks that you saw originally. And the one in the lead pulls hers off, and they're wearing this like green and black scale mail with a polished bronze chest piece. And they arrive, and it's the Lashunta that was walking with Patience when you guys first got captured. And it's the one that you guys chased. And she has her like little antenna that the Lashunta have are actually like these little sprouts, two small leaves on them. And then she has like those princess braids, but they're just small vines that have been tied around her head and into a longer ponytail at the back.
Hell yeah.
Sorry we chased you. And hi.
She looks at you in visible disgust and says, "What the hell happened?"
Your village was attacked.
Well, yes, I know that. I can see that. Where did they come from? Who is that man? What happened?
We were by the gate. We were just dealing with the mini-mock, and this man just came in. Oh, we didn't have time. I barely had time to make sure he was alive before they burst out of his skin.
is he a member of your village?
I've never seen the man in my life. And you actually see him being carried through the village on a stretcher towards the tree.
He's probably the first step of finding out.
Is he alive?
It's not really your business.
That is a very kind tone you have there, friend, for 3 people who just put their lives on the line for your village when we just could have escaped if we wished.
I turn to Merrick and I say, we only saved 66.666% of the people here. In terms of taking out 4 out of 6.
You're right. You mean the 3 of us destroyed 4 worms? Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's recount the past couple of days.
Please.
We had suspected terrorists land and crash land into our forest. And then the next day, all of a sudden, a terrorist attack happens in our city. So you'll have to excuse me if I'm not exactly the most hospitable to you right now.
You're excused.
On this day, just remember that 3 strangers put their lives at stake for your village while you all you're thinking about is conspiracy theories. Our heart's in the right place. Check your own. And Merrick gets up.
I agree with them. It can't be a coincidence.
Cody points at himself and just says, I'm mostly dead.
Look, I appreciate what you've done here, but your welcome is wearing very thin. You can join us for dinner tonight. And she walks away.
That was
I do not like that woman.
a confusing invitation.
I don't think she's necessarily wrong.
I don't think this has anything to do with us, but I could see how it looks bad.
Our tavern crash lands here. We're kind of fugitives, and then this happens.
Oh, Durrin, she's not in the wrong at all. We just have to stand up for ourselves.
Cody's like nodding slowly. Stand up for ourselves. Yeah.
I really think the sooner we get out of here, the less danger these people are going to be.
You think this has something to do with us?
That's the only thing I could assume.
We've spent the last several days just being scapegoats. I'm tired of it. We will take action in our own hands, and we will stand up for ourselves and let everyone know who we are through our actions. I'm done being a puppet for Azin or the Cube or whoever set us up in the first place.
You hear the door open behind you, and the school kids come running out, and they just kind of swarm all three of you, and they're like, "That was amazing! That was so cool! You were like, pew, 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 pew." And one of them is like, I'm the Kasathan, I'm the Kasathan," and one of their buddies like comes behind them and like sticks their like hands up their like behind their shirt and through their sleeve, and another
adorable.
one grabs a stick and like puts it on their back as if they have a tail, and they like are just diving and eating shit on the ground, pretending to like, you know, do that thing that you did during. They don't know what it was because it wasn't successful, but they know it was fucking rad as hell. There's another one just saying crazy shit about horses and like pretending to punch stuff, and they all seem very enthused. And you see the teacher, and she looks at you, Cody, and she mouths, "Thank you."
Cody just gives her a thumbs up and nods. And he like pats a kid awkwardly on the head.
Remember, children, what we did today is very dangerous, and we're able to do so after years of training, specialization, and experience. So if you ever want to be like us, put in hard work, figure out what you can do better than anyone else, and focus on it.
"I'm a Solarian!" And one of them just charges another kid.
Merrick just picks up like a kid in each arm and just like spins around and lifts them up high in the air and stuff.
Yeah, and they have a great time. They really enjoy hanging out with you guys. You can glean that they probably don't get to see a whole lot of like cool shit like this. So to have it happen sort of in their schoolyard, pretty fucking cool for these kids.
I believe we have a dinner to go wash up for, gentlemen.
I'm so covered in blood, I need to wash for sure.
As you guys are leaving the school, you see Poe looking down at the stairs, and he waves you guys over.
I walk over to Poe.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on.
"Gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for protecting Mo and I. And hey, don't think I'm upset about the stairs, because they do have to build us an elevator now.
We'll mention it tonight to patients, so that gets put up on the list.
We'll do what we can.
With all due respect, boys, you look like shit. Do you want to come in and wash up?"
That would be incredible. We really appreciate the hospitality.
Sure enough, he disappears inside and comes back out with like a little rope and a wooden board attached to it. And you guys are able to sort of like climb up, and he opens his home to you. You are able to take a nice hot shower. He puts a few like food nibbly items out, but he does say,
Now, dinner here is kind of a important ritual for us every night. We eat together as one big family, so don't fill up. The food is quite good.
but there's like, you know, a few raw veggies and some like cured meat and stuff for you guys to nibble on.
Yeah. Merrick, whenever Merrick goes to eat, he sort of has to step outside to remove his face guard to sort of eat. It's one of the last things he's a little bit like culturally sensitive about. And then when he showers, he makes sure the door is closed and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
No, Durrin just leaves the door wide open. Just like let's it off.
Can I assume we're taking 10 minutes and regaining our stamina at the expense of resolve point?
Yes, you guys can take a short rest to recover your stamina.
We get full stamina, right?
Yes.
Does it affect our stuff at all? Our
HP?
health? Like, do we gain any health back?
I don't think so.
No, it's just the stamina. And you use a resolve point to do it.
Yeah. I'm going to double check on Poe or Mo. Which one's which? Mo. Mo's the wife.
Mo is the wife, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to double check on Mo, make sure she's okay, and let her know that the kids are safe.
She stares blankly at you the entire time.
I beam highly at her, and then I eat. I eat a lot.
You guys take some time to recover and have a little bit to eat and shower and get changed. You are invited to the village dinner for the night. And it is this huge part of the tree where you guys were in sort of like the judgment area, like the tribunal. The dining hall is just over in another part of the base of the tree. And it is this massive hall that has been carved intricately with various murals and motifs, and there's tree designs and pictures of various wildlife animals and wildlife that is native to Goa, and there's no head of the table, which is like there's no sort of like this is where Patience sits, and he just chooses a random spot on the bench and eats with the people of Kaiya. You guys are able to find a seat not super close to Patience. He's like kind of on the other end of the room. And you get the sense that like the guards are kind of on high alert right now.
What kind of spread we got going on?
It's almost identical to what you were served when you were in the hole. So it is like these root veggies, a bunch of greens, some really well cooked, marbled pieces of meat. It's far more generous, the helpings, but in terms of the quality, it is almost the exact same.
I eat more.
yeah. It's like, I'm surprised how well they fed us when we were in the hole.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah, it was nice. You know, they're good folks, and you better not kill them all. Thing.
Well, that's up to you guys.
No, that's a lie. It's a dirty lie.
So yes, I will give you a chance to discuss anything you guys want to discuss while you are eating dinner together.
Durrin does have something he wants to ask the boys.
Oh, please, Durrin.
What's our actual plan? Let's say we get the ship. We get out of here. Where do we go?
I think we have one matter more important than the ship right now, which is we have to find that vial.
Yes, we need the vial. We need to find out the captain's friend. Give us information on the vial, and then we need to go back and save the crew.
Yeah, we're not ready. If we're going to save the crew, we have to start from scratch. 3 of us alone may not be enough. We may have to build a brand new team. Find a couple other capable people.
Yeah.
The Cube has an army. We have 3 friends.
The Cube's going to be tough.
And Azen is still out there. And if there's one thing he's always been good at is finding me. So we have to be as cautious as possible.
Do we even know how much of the Cube is still left?
We have no idea what happened up there. I think it's still there.
You always seem to talk in riddles around Asen.
He is a riddle.
You say that, but give me something more solid than that.
The most charismatic, terrifying, powerful creature I've ever met on this universe is Asen. And my mother's a matriarch of one of our clans. He can do whatever he wants. Will anything he wants into existence.
How?
Not only does he have silver liquid, he has a silver tongue.
More riddles.
He doesn't care, Durrin, about anything.
He seems to care about you.
For now. Just because I'm still something interesting to him.
What happens when you're no longer interesting?
I've seen him kill for fun. For no reason, but to get a kick out of me. He punched a tank in the pieces, Durrin. I don't know why you seem so shocked that this man's a riddle.
You're right, he did punch a tank, didn't he?
It was so cool.
So yes.
It was very unexpected.
I'm not gonna lie. He might be my second favorite person after Captain, but I also don't like him.
No.
Maybe I'm the one beating around the bush.
New rule.
Yes.
If we see Asen, especially if you're on your own anywhere, run.
How do we kill him?
You don't.
Everything can be killed.
I don't even know if he's real. He's...
That tank knows.
That tank knows he's real. Just be careful, guys. He terrifies me and interests me. And when I close my eyes, I just think of him and what he could do to us if he finds us. So please be careful.
Guys, we we have something. Step one. Let's worry about step one. The silver liquid.
Yeah.
Who do you think might have taken it? Fallen out on the crash site somewhere.
If it's anyone here, if it's someone from the Kaiya or whatever, it must be one of the guards because they were first on the scene. Especially that Lashunta who's given us a hard time. I don't trust her.
What if someone came across us before they did? Made an awful lot of noise coming in.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Why leave the three of us alive?
How do we find it?
I don't know. Well, hopefully we'll find a clue to it sooner rather than later.
Is there an equivalent to scrying in this game?
I'm sure there is.
Pity none of us are magic.
Who made that decision, I wonder?
All of
Don't
us.
worry, when first one dead becomes a mage.
Yeah. That's a rule, by the way. Yeah. Anyone dies, they come back magic, and they come back with heals.
I feel like we need to talk to patients.
Yes.
See how they feel. They seem to be far more open to us than that Lashunta was.
I'm going to roll a perception and see if anyone is paying us kind of like undue attention.
Sure.
That's a 4.
Nope. You might as well be alone in this place.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice. That's reassuring.
From behind you here, talking about patience, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, God.
And Short Jack is standing behind you holding a small tin.
Hi, Short
Hey,
Jack.
Short Jack.
Hey, so pretty cool what you did today for Kaiya. So look, I was a bit spicy when we met the first time, and I just wanted to say sorry. I was dealing with some things. So I apologize if I came off rude. This is just me kind of saying, 1, thank you for saving the village, and 2, I would like to start on a new foot, start over again. So here's this. And he holds out the tin to you.
Oh,
I take the tin very kindly and say, Short Jack, we were literally strangers who fell from the sky. So your spicy attitude, as you said, is not uncalled for.
We get it.
It takes a very strong person to accept and change their view. So we really appreciate this gesture. Thank you for this. I raise the tin.
You look at he's like really eagerly, just kind of like, so you're gonna, open it,
I would love to. I roll a perception on it to make sure it's not a trap.
It's just a bomb. You got short jacked, motherfucker. He's just gone.
Oh my God! If that's how this ended,
17 perception.
Yeah, it doesn't seem malicious at all. It's a tin, and you can hear some things kind of like rattling around in it.
We were literally fighting tins that turned into snakes earlier, so I'm just being careful.
Yeah, tin is like 3 times bigger than the puck, so...
Yeah, I open it up.
And he beams and he says, "It's Short Jack's famous shortbread," and it's just a bunch of cookies.
oh my God!
Cody eats one.
Short Jack, you're my favorite person here. Thank you.
I mean, I feel like we might be rushing into things, but I mean, I appreciate it.
No, I'm not. Thank you.
How was Triador? They weren't injured during the attack.
Oh, I mean, hey, let me tell you right now, the last person, and I'm including Patience in this, the last person you need to worry about is Triador. Man is good. Don't you worry about him a second.
That's really good to hear.
Jobs-wise, we've done 2, correct?
Yeah, as far as I know. I mean, 3 if you count saving the village, so good job for that. Triador and I are going to talk to Patience about, adding that to the list, get you a little compensation, you know what I mean?
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
But I don't think it's necessary. We do it anyway.
Hey, let me give you a little bit of advice when you're bargaining in order to, save your lives and clean your name. Maybe just take what's given to you, huh?
Cody seems confused.
That's good advice.
He's still
Short
getting
Jack.
his bearings.
Short Jack.
Now, you mentioned, crashing and how it'd be. If I'm going to be honest, that's kind of why I was a little bummed that it was you guys and not. Can I tell you a little something? A little heart to heart?
Yes.
Of course.
So, I also crash landed here, probably about 10 years ago, and I was the only one in my ship, and I've never met another Canon like me. And Canon is Kanin, is his race. So, I don't know, I guess when we saw another ship crash, I was kind of hoping it was, another one of me.
Where did you come from?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I was really young.
Cody reaches out a hand and like grabs his hand and looks him very intently in the eyes. Like, I don't really know either. I feel you.
I mean, why would you know where I came from?
No, I mean, I don't know where I came from.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
It's an empathy moment.
Cool. Thanks, man. That means a lot. And he gives you a pat. And he just says, "Do you mind if I eat with you guys?"
By all means.
Of course.
And yeah, he hops up on the bench with you guys and joins you for dinner. If there's anything you would like to ask Short Jack about anything, now's a good time to do it.
I know Merrick will.
Short Jack works in Roots and Bolts, right?
Correct. Yes, he is one of the mechanics there.
Short Jack, I don't suppose you know where those snake things might have come from. Anybody who might have bought supplies off you to make something similar to that?
No, I mean, no. It would be pretty wild for someone to buy something from me and then make it into a weapon to attack us. I just don't see it happening. I mean, you guys are new here, so you don't really know. We haven't been attacked, ever. I mean, this is, the now times, not the before times. The before times, a whole different story. But even with the Fringe, every now and then, we'll get someone coming in and, doing something crazy or trying to steal something but we've never had an attack. So this is wild.
And you haven't had anybody come by with a strange silver liquid or heard anyone talk about finding anything in the forest?
Not that I know of, no.
Short Jack, if I may.
You don't have to call me Short Jack every time. You can call me Short. You can call me Jack. You can call me Shorty Jack. You can call me Short Jack.
SJ?
You can call me SJ. Yeah, that's fine too.
SJ, who would have been first on the scene for our crash?
I don't know, man. Probably one of the Verdant Guard, I assume.
This liquid, Short Jack, that we're trying to find, that I've mentioned before, this vial, could very well be the reason why your village was attacked today. If we don't find it, things like this may continue to happen.
All right, well, I mean, I can poke around, ask a few questions, talk, grease a few palms. I mean, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spend a dime on this, but
No, that's fair.
I will. I'll ask around if there's any, mysterious silver liquid.
And if you find it, don't make sure it stays sealed. We don't know what it does to a living organism.
Well, what we do know is none of it's good.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. I wasn't going to drink it or something, but thank you. Cool, thank you.
I've seen it melt through a man's face.
Let's not tell them that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see it melt through anyone's face.
Okay, cool.
Can you get us an audience with Patience?
Can I? Probably. No, I mean, Trador might be able to, but I'm just a guy that puts things together, I'm not exactly a mover and shaker here.
This is a pretty casual environment. I'm going to walk up to Patience and ask to speak to him.
The second you get within maybe 20 feet, the Verdant Guard stop you, and they say, "It would be best if you sit back down, sir."
I beg to differ.
Sir, we understand that you have questions, and you must understand that we have reservations.
Fine. But remember, if something like this happens again, and you got in my way of trying to get to the bottom of it, it could be you at fault.
We're willing to take that chance, sir. Thank you for understanding.
Fine. And Merrick turns and walks away.
And behind you, you hear, "We will speak shortly." You turn around and you see Patience is now standing. He's holding his plate and he finishes the last little bit of food on it and puts it down. "Give me a moment and I will have you brought to my chambers."
Thank you, Patience.
He turns and walks away, and you can see the Verdant Guard is a little annoyed that he was kind of undercut, but he relaxes a little as well. "Please return to your seat, and we will get you when Patience is ready."
Thank you.
SJ?
Yeah?
The Lashunta, and I point out the one who we've talked to. What's their name?
Oh, that's Eska. She's captain of the Verdant Guard.
Any chance you could put in a good word? She fucking hates us.
Oh, hey, don't take it personally. She hates everyone, man. She's a real B-word.
Oh, no. That makes me feel a lot better. I like friends, and I've been making a lot lately, and I think she ruined the streak,
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, I will also say, in her defense, she's great at what she does, and she's a badass, and we love her, but she's just, not everyone is a friendly person. And hey, when it comes to the guard of the people keeping you safe, maybe a person who wants to be friends with everyone isn't the person you want in charge. So I've got no complaints, but just don't take, her prickly nature to heart.
Yeah, she reminds me of my brother.
You want to share anything? Because I mean, I shared some things that seemed pretty loaded.
Same kind of character, My brother, being the eldest son of a matriarch, was sort of in charge of our safety.
Oh.
He was very prickly, to put it mildly, and only cared about protecting those around him, even if it isolated him from everyone else.
It doesn't sound terrible. And he
was also a B word.
Oh man, that sucks. I hate to hear it. I'm sorry, man.
I wish I had a brother, even if they were a B word.
Hey, you have two right now. Myself and Durrin. We're your brothers now.
Cody beams. His smile's so big, it's in danger of splitting his head in half.
Man, you guys are cute as hell. This is great. I love this. This is great energy. And as you guys are just kind of like shooting the shit with Short Jack, two of the Verdant Guard approach you and say, Patience is ready to see you now.
Thank you for letting us know.
Cody stuffs his face and follows them.
I'm imagining Durrin's just been slowly eating the cookies the entire time. He's like, thank you, Jack.
Oh, hey, man, anytime. I whip those bad boys up on a weekly basis, so you just let me know, and a 10 is in your hands.
We'll come by and see you in Tradador soon if we don't see you tonight.
All right.
Durrin's keeping a few in his, like 1 or 2 in his cheek pouch.
Not a bomb?
Bomb-ass cookies.
Not a bomb.
Bomb-ass cookies.
Cool, yeah, so you guys are escorted to sort of the central area of the tree and are guided towards this massive elevator. And two of the Verdant Guards pull open the gate, and the two that are escorting you get into the elevator with you, and you begin the daunting ascent of going up the tree. And every now and then there's like a knot or like a hole in the shaft, and you can see out, and you get a quick glimpse of just how high you guys are going until you reach the top. And you enter into this small sort of foyer area, and in front of you are these massive carved wooden doors. And from the other side, you hear like heated voices. And the Verdant Guard looks at you and he says, wait here a moment. And he goes up to the door and he knocks on it twice. And you hear the voices hush for a moment. And Eska, the Lashinta, opens the door and sees the three of you standing there. And
Cody gives her the thumbs up.
She rolls her eyes to the point where like she nearly falls over and opens the door fully, and she gestures you guys in.
I walk in.
Yeah, heading in.
As do I.
This room, the long hall or the dining hall, kind of looked like it had been carved out of the tree. This seems naturally occurring. This small hollow towards the top of the tree. There is a massive window in the back. Again, there's almost like knots had fallen out of the tree. You guys are so high up that you can pretty much see the lights and the spires of Jabala, which is the capital, in the distance, and even some of the waterways. And there's a massive mural on the right-hand wall, and on the left are a bunch of bookcases. Everything else is very, very basic. Like the desk is just a very basic wooden desk. Even his chair is just a chair big enough to fit a polar bear man. There's the closest thing to opulence in this room is a ornately carved chandelier that is made out of wood and antlers, and that is fairly rustic in its charm. And he is sitting at his desk, and Eska ushers you guys in, and she says, "Now is the time to strike, Patience. We have already been attacked. If we don't move now, we're just waiting for another ambush." And Patience puts up his hand and he says, "Eska, please leave us. We will continue this conversation later." And she looks furious, and she puts the mask back on and storms out, slamming the door behind her. You will have to excuse her tone. She is a bit upset over the attack today, as you can imagine. I wanted to thank you personally for putting yourselves at risk and assisting in dealing with the threat.
You're very welcome. I feel like anyone with our powers and skill would do the same thing in that situation.
Thank you for seeing us.
There's no way we couldn't.
And that is why I would like to discuss some things with you today. But first, I believe you should be rewarded for your bravery. And he steps forward and picks up a small wooden box that is sitting on the corner of his desk. And he puts it beside, there's a small clay bowl with these little biscuits in the shape of fishes, or fish.
Oh,
Goldfish, maybe?
hell yeah.
No, they're just like, that very classic fish shape.
Sure.
Yeah.
They're just like, they almost look like dog biscuits, but in fish shape.
Awakened bear biscuits.
Yeah, bear biscuits.
Ascended bear?
Uplifted bear.
Uplifted? Damn it. So close.
And he flips the latch open, and he opens it up and then holds it out in front of you. And there are 3 items inside of it. One is a small green and black shard that every now and then flashes with a little bit of green. And he hands it to you, Merrick, and he says, "This is an apocalypse crystal. A mere shard of one, though, but you may be able to find some use within your Solarian blade." And it is a Solarian crystal that you can put into your blade, which adds +1 to your damage. And on a critical, you do 1d6 corrode damage.
Holy shit. Hell yeah. Thank you so much.
This is my way of thanking you. Beside it, he picks up a small electric, like sparkling with electricity, metal glove, and he hands it to you, Cody. And he says, "It is certainly not the most recent technology, but perhaps something a little more sturdy than what you're using currently." And he gives you an Electrovore glove, static.
Ooh, thank you.
So it is a charged weapon. You have 20 charges in it, and it does 1d6 piercing and electric damage.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Cody's like in awe. He's just hyped to get more gloves.
And when you punch people and you critically hit with it, you also recharge 2 of your charges in it.
Nice.
And finally, he hands you, Durrin, a small, what looks like a viewfinder. And he says, "A man of your skills would probably find some use with this." And he hands you a rangefinder.
Ooh, what is that?
It is a attachment that you can either use handheld or on your gun once an hour. You can pulse a laser, and it will determine their distance from you, a target's distance from you. And you can also determine whether they're moving towards you or away from you, and at what speed.
You honor me, Patience. Thank you.
Patience, if I may.
Yes.
I'm sorry for today. I just know that us being here may somehow be involved. I'm sorry.
We do not work under the assumptions of what could be or what may be. If it is, then it is. If it isn't, then it isn't. But to concern ourselves, to burden ourselves with possibility, is a fool's errand. Let us discuss what we can do and what we will do. Let's not worry about what may be.
Of course. From our end, I may have mentioned this to you before, but when we crashed, I had a vial on me that was containing a silver liquid, and if there was any reason to attack this village, it was for that vial.
Yes, and that is why I took it.
Oh.
Oh, whew. There's an audible sigh of relief from Durrin with that one.
I'm so glad.
Thank God.
At least we know where it is.
I understand that this could be a dangerous substance, but I also know that you will not leave without it.
I doubt you want to keep it here.
Would you like me to take it now?
You will take it when it is time for you to depart.
Fair enough.
Do you know anyone who might be able to discern what it is? Anyone you trust?
Give me time to think on this, and I will let you know.
The way Esko was talking made it sound like you might have an idea who was behind today's attack.
Yes, we might. But before we address this, I realize that we did not exactly welcome you properly, considering the circumstances. My name is Elder Patience. I am the leader of the Kaiya, and this is Kaiya. And he gestures around him, and he says, "It is both the name of our people and our home, because we are one in the same. Our hearts beat the same way that the grass grows. Without us, there is no it, and without it, there is no us." He turns and looks at the mural, and he says, "How much do you know of Goa?"
There's the gift, and there's also the fringe.
That's correct. You did it.
And a loose mention of the before times.
I know your capital city is Jabala, and massive waterways stretch most of the planet.
He's very impressed with you, Cody, right now. And Durrin, what did you say?
And a loose mention of the before times.
Yes. And that is, in essence, what I think we are facing. Well, not quite. And he walks over to the mural and he waves his spear in front of it and taps it gently. And all of a sudden, the left portion of it comes to life. And there is this inky black cloud that eventually, every now and then, has a green lightning bolt course through it and illuminate it. And it is taking over just buildings and people and trees, and it is just consuming. And he says, 400 years ago, we were descended upon by a living apocalypse. An agent of the Devourer that seeks only to destroy life. It scoured the planet for it and erased its existence. We tried to fight it, and when we were unable to, we tried to hide from it. And in both those circumstances, our efforts were in vain. And when we thought everything we had lost was absolute, when the only thing left to lose was hope, the one who came between visited us. Patience then taps the center of the mural, and a angelic figure appears in between, right down the center, with these feathered wings that sprawl over and now form the top of the frame of the mural with their arms outstretched by their side. And they have a mask on, very similar to the one that you guys have seen the Verdant Guard wear. It was a celestial being of grace, knowledge, and more importantly, power, to stand against the roiling black menace. They led us underground to safety, spoke to us in tongues we did not know but still understood. They soothed our weary minds, they healed our broken bodies, and they faced oblivion. And won. When the battle was over, all that was left was a small sapling. We had thought that our world was so ravaged that we would never see fertile land again, but here it was. Hope. We would not squander this chance. We would rebuild Goa better than it was. We did not know how, but we knew the answer was the tree. So I tended to the seed, and I earned the name Patience, as I waited for Goa to bloom once again, as I knew it could. And now the savior tree stands over the gift, serving as a reminder of both our fragility and our resilience. However, as the tree grew, and our world began to thrive again, there were those who believed the tree cursed, rejecting the second chance we'd be given and exiling themselves to the harsh life in the fringe. And here we are. I can feel the embers of war being fanned, and I'm too old, and I've given too much to allow them to be stoked to a blaze. Someone within the fringe has attacked us, and I do not know why, but I will not let them goad us into attacking them. That is what Eska and I were fighting about.
What if we go?
The fringe is inhospitable, unforgiving. To wander out into it without any information would be foolish.
Elder Patience, I don't know what you know of my people. The harsh side of worlds is what I know. I have strided through the desert sun, climbed cliffs and mountains just to get a breeze. Let us do this for you as payment for all you've done for us.
I would lie if I said that this isn't why I called you here tonight. The man who attacked us, he lives. And he refuses to speak to anyone but you. And he motions toward all of you.
Wait, what?
He refuses to speak to the Verdant Guard, and only wishes to speak to those like him, an outsider.
How long has this individual been in the fringe?
He will not say, not to us. And that is why we have asked you. Speak with him. Learn what you can. Get as much information as you can from him. We will return the favor.
Can you tell us anything about this man?
All I know is he is from the fringe. But other than that, he refuses to say anything.
Does he look like he could punch a tank?
It's the guy we saw, right?
The bloodied man, yes.
Yeah, the guy
covered in
pug
blood.
skin.
Oh, the bloodied man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yep, sorry, that didn't click.
I thought we had to travel. I didn't know it was this guy. All right, this makes sense. All right, let's go speak.
Yeah, I thought we were on our way to the fringe to go find this guy.
No. Yes, the guy that was at the gate has survived.
And will only talk to us.
Correct.
That makes more sense. Okay, cool.
Okay, understood.
He says, thank you. If there is anything you would like to know about the Kaiya or Goa, please feel free to ask me. But unfortunately, when it comes to the fringe, we know very little.
Well, we'll see what we can learn. And if we must travel to the fringe, then we will. Would you like us to go now?
If you are ready, yes. We will have Eska escort you down to the medical facilities.
Yeah, let's do it. But please keep a weather eye on that silver liquid. There are crazy people who can punch tanks to death after it, and I don't want to see you get punched to death.
If something happens to us patients, the ship you would give us Send it into space unmanned with a liquid inside, so at the very least your planet would be spared.
Very well. And he turns and just begins looking out the window.
There are friends of ours, too, unrightly prisoned, and I kind of give him the details about the crew. If we die, I don't know if there's anything you could do, but I just want to know that someone out there knows they're innocent.
My power is limited, but I will do what I can.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Elder Patience.
Eska, we're ready to go.
She silently walks and to the elevator and opens it up and waits for you to get inside.
I'm in.
Get inside.
Yeah.
As the elevator begins ascending, she looks at you and she says, I don't think you were the ones who attacked Kaiya.
Thank you for believing us.
I appreciate that.
I do wish to remind you that you are not Kaiya. Your words hold very little, and while Elder Patience may think that you hold counsel, you do not speak for us. And if you lead him astray, and if you lead us astray, if you think that you can sway us to something that furthers your benefit, I will kill you.
Eska, the only things we want out of this whole arrangement is a ship to leave. The longer we're here, the more danger everyone else is in, and we understand that. So we are doing everything we can as quick as possible to get out of here. You have a duty, and you're doing it very well, and I admire you for that. Understand that we do not want to stay here. We do not want the Kaiya or anything from the Kaiya besides a way off this planet to get back to the people we need to save.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Hell yeah. That's going to be a 21.
You see her kind of relax a little. Just the subtle, lowering of the shoulders. And she takes off her mask once more and she says, something big is coming, and I will not let it destroy us.
The three of us just watched a place we considered our second home on the cube turn to ruin in a matter of hours. So I understand where your fear of that great change can happen in a moment comes from. You have been nothing but gracious to us. We want to return that. We'll get the info you need out of this gentleman, then hopefully solve this problem, and then we'll be on our way.
Cool, yeah. And the elevator comes to a stop about midway through the tree, and it opens up, and you enter into a far more modern looking room. There's actually like paneling and metal and stuff in here that seems to be a means to keep the location sterile and safe for medical procedures and stuff. And there's a few of the Kaiya who are in like these white gowns, obviously as doctors or scientists or whatever. And Eska leads you down to the end of a hall and opens the door to the room where the man who has now been washed and is no longer covered in blood, but is wearing sort of like a rough like linen tunic and pants and barefooted, and he's lying on the bed. And when you walk in, he doesn't seem to acknowledge you.
I'm glad to see you're alive.
Had a rough go?
He remains silent.
Where did you get those worms from?
He just remains silent, but this time he looks over and he kind of scans the three of you and gives you guys a look over and winces in pain as he kind of rolls over to his side to look at you.
I am Merrick. These are my two friends, Cody.
Cody waves.
And Durrin.
You hear an audible crunch in his mouth as he chews a cookie.
He gives not a smile, but an acknowledgement when you say Merrick. And he looks you dead in the eyes and he says, yeah. Asin said you'd be here.